Yoshi,
Rewind time.
Yoshi, stop pressing pause so much. Stop it. I know it's the main button for skipping cutscenes, but stop spamming it. Otherwise that will happen. Third time's the charm. Can we do it? Yes, we can! So what I'm doing here is the cold feet opening, because I don't know how many people know this, but there are alternate cutscenes, both in the OG and the remake of the game. And if you try and like go outside the front door a couple of times, is that eventually the zombie will just come out to you instead, rather than you encountering it. And in the speedrun, for the remake, it's faster. So that's why we do it. Got cold feet already? It's not like you. No. It's also a thing. It's also a thing in the original PlayStation version as well. It has a number of alternate cutscenes. Like, so here's the thing. Here's the thing about this remake. And now, obviously, you know, it's a subjective opinion. But it's my favorite remake and my favorite Resident Evil game of all time, right? One of the things about this remake that sets it apart from all other remakes, IMO, is the fact that it hardly takes anything away from the original. All it does is add to it. Like, I can name maybe one thing the remake has removed, right? And that is a couple of extra pathways you can do, which is like a couple of dialogue things. But that is like super minimal. But everything like the cold feet opening, Barry saving you with the Jill sandwich thing. Sometimes, if you do things differently, he won't save you. So it's kind of interesting. Ooh. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, but the other zombie was there as well, so I would have got grabbed anyway. I would have definitely gotten grabbed anyway, so it's fine. Unfortunately, that second zombie did start to move there. But yeah, no, this remake basically takes it like very nearly everything from the original and just adds to it. Not many other remakes you can say. I mean, if anyone can think of any other remakes, then obviously let me know. Not many other remakes do that. All right. Well, it will. Hopefully, it'll fix itself. Keep it going. Yep, we'll keep it going. Like, from what I heard, it's like you can still hear me, but it's just kind of annoying, right? It's just like, it's not like I'm totally inaudible, right? There's a few lumps in the middle. Yeah. I'll make a tech post when I'm done here. I'm sure there's I'm sure there's someone bright out there who'll know what's going on. So, this bit here is the first major reset point of any world record run right here. You know what? I'm just gonna heal. it was worth going down to heal. Wow, that zombie was not moving. Usually, that zombie I just passed there, usually it moves. It just decided it wasn't going to move. Oh. By the way, I appreciate that you said don't stop because I'm what I'm about to say. That's actually something more people should do. If, like, you're about to say something that might cause, you know, a bit of panic. Murder hall, murder hall. That was a good murder hall. That was a fantastic murder hall. Something I picked up on the stream, yeah. For sure. So the reason why that hallway is called the murder hall, by the way, is it has a crimson head and 2 zombies, and if you're not careful, you will die, basically, unless you do the lines just right. There's also reverse murder hall coming up later in the run as well. Isn't that great? Gotta love reverse murder hall. Should have skipped the item inventory thing a little bit more there, but oh well. Good. Fun fact as well, you can open the doors, any door, by just holding the action button down. You don't even have to press it. However, one exception to this is if you have to unlock the door. Then you have to press the action button to skip the text. Otherwise, you could just hold the action button down next to a door and you'll just enter. On the very first frame you come into contact. Oh no. It's like here I mash, here I hold. And as you sort of do this, as you do this run and practice over and over again, you will eventually learn when to hold the button down and when to mash. Although I'm still not quite there yet. Zombie? Okay. This room here is a little bit toxic. We'll see what happens though. Good. So, one thing which I will say often in the run itself, as well as also mention now, there are 3 states. There's 3 things a zombie will do when you approach it. The most ideal thing is it tries to lunge at you, which you want, because then you can spin around, dodge the attack, and then walk through. The second thing it can do is double lunge, which is less ideal, because it will lunge immediately after lunging once, which means it can grab you. Oh my god. Please! Oh my god. And then there's this. And then there's this. Zombies can sleep. And what sleeping is, they will just not lunge at all and will keep on walking towards you. And unfortunately, you have no choice but to run back and then approach them again. Which is why in that corridor you were seeing me just doing little spin arounds, because I wanted it to lunge. And it was just not doing it. So unfortunately I had to be forced to use a defense item there. There. But yeah, you never want zombies to sleep. Ever. There is unfortunately no way to manipulate that. If, like, now, world record holder, hang on. World record holder Pessimism, who is a fantastic Resident Evil runner. Even in his world record runs, I bet he will mention at least 3 or 4 times about sleeping zombies. It's that bad. There's absolutely no way to manipulate that favorably. You just have to hope that the zombie will lunge at you. Yeah. Sometimes you won't get any sleeping zombies for a good long while. Other times you'll get it like 5 times. Every run has one thing. All right, Yawn. You do not want to get hit by Yawn. If you get hit by Yawn, you get poisoned and the run's dead. So here's what you do. Hold down. Hold down until you get the mask. Go down towards camera change. Wait, then go. You wait for a second to see what Yawn does. Ideally, Yawn will do what he just did there and just go around the pillar, in which case you're free. Other times, Yawn will be like, nah, I'm gonna go straight for you instead, in which case you have to kind of back up and go all the way around. You never want him to hit you, though, because otherwise you have to do this little side quest of getting the serum yourself in a casual run. But in the speed run, the run's dead. The run is absolutely dead if you get poisoned there. So, yeah, don't do that. Don't get poisoned there. Huh. Was it something that confused you, or was it just something? Is it just like that's a new information? Whoop. It's new thing. Ah, there you go. So, flame rounds, you need those. Yo, Nevelation. Hey, how's it going? It's been a while. Celebration spin. Last death mask. I play the OG, but I don't remember much. So, here's the thing. So, here's the funny thing about that. Despite me saying earlier that the remake takes nothing away from the OG and just adds to it, it does change the way some things are presented. Like, a little kind of gotcha kind of thing. A lot of fun in the snow. Excellent. I'm doing okay. I'm doing some practice runs for a little marathon, speedrun marathon that's happening at the end of January. It's called UKSG, or United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering. I do have a command for if you want to know more. It's !UKSG. And it'll include the schedule for the event as well. So if you're curious, just type that in. Meanwhile, we got to deal with this thing. That was not ideal. That was not ideal. So, the reason why it's not ideal is that you want this Elder Crimson Head to die in 3 flame rounds. Unfortunately, either I missed a shot, I don't think I missed a shot, or its health values were just tiny bit high enough that it just didn't. So I had to use a regular grenade. Now, in any percent, it doesn't matter because you don't need grenade mounds as much in any percent. However, I'm trying best ending here. You need all the grenade rounds you can get in this for the final boss. You need ideally 16. You need 16 grenade rounds, ideally. What am I... What am I doing? Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? I have to fix this split. I went the wrong way completely there. There we go. Casual 3-minute save. That's because I screwed up somewhere. So thankfully I have an unsplit button. I also went the wrong way at one point. So I've already scuffed this run a tiny bit, but it's okay. Like I said, it's practice. And it's good practice for me to be able to sort of concentrate while also talking to you lovely lot. So, you know.
Holy smokes. Yoshi, you're back. Super happy to see ya.
Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Yeah, I am back, kind of. I say kind of because, essentially, one of the main reasons... Oh no, am I robot-y? Am I robot-y?
The bits turned you... Oh, that's deliberate. That's deliberate, actually. I will check my program in a second. The bits turned into... Perfect. Okay, cool. No, so, what might have happened there? So I have a bot that changes one of my voice changer things into a random voice each time someone gives 100 bits. So that's probably what happened. And I completely forgot that I had this on. Because I use a combination of Sammy and Streamer.bot for various things. going tin can mode now. I'll have to watch this back and see what it was. So one of the things which I had a streamer.bot do, actually. Oh, okay. I'll explain again, Dark Wolf. I'll explain again. So while I am back, obviously, as you're seeing me here, it's not going to be quite the same as it was before. Because one of the main reasons I felt burnout from streaming was because I have a full-time job. I was doing 4 or 5 hours of streams for 3 days a week at the same time. While some people can do it, I know Huds, for example, is someone who has a full-time job and does streaming and does it perfectly well, by the way. I unfortunately I found out that I just could not. I could not do that. And it's just, yeah. It's nobody's fault in particular. That's just, I just knew that I wasn't able to sustain that. So I had to stop for a little bit. But what I'm gonna do... So the main reason I'm doing this is for practicing for UKSG. But then afterwards, going forward, until I get more of my life together, as it were, I'm not gonna have a schedule, like by design. And I know what some people are thinking, but having a schedule means people will tune in more and stuff. And you'd be correct. However, right now, I need to concentrate more on myself. And, my mental health, my physical health, is definitely more important than keeping a show going, So I'll be sort of doing streams here and there. Maximum 1 a week, maybe. If that. It'll be very haphazard. And, it's not pretty. But, I have to look after myself. As one should. Yeah, absolutely. And now, one of the things I'm also going to do, and before I say it, I'm not saying it's the cause. I'm just thinking about something. So I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. So one thing I do know about myself is I have autism. I've been diagnosed since I was a young lad. And one thing which I'm kind of exploring very recently is ADHD. Now, unfortunately, as many of you will probably know, it can be very difficult to get a diagnosis for ADHD nowadays. Especially if you're trying to go through the NHS. However, I have been recommended a private place by a few friends, and I had a little look, and it seems pretty good. It seems legit. And once I go through UKSG and ScotiaCon, because I'm going to ScotiaCon as well, it's a furry convention, very awesome, I might decide to basically, because I do have some savings, I might decide to just go and plop down, because, worst case scenario, I don't get that diagnosis, I don't have ADHD, and then I figured, okay, it's something else. But if I do, if it ends up being that way, then I'd much rather see if, I can receive sort of help, whether it is through medication or through other things, right? And who knows, maybe that will give me a little bit of clarity in the brain, and then I can try out like more things and such. So yeah, that's kind of where things are at the moment. I know I just went a little bit of a tangent, but that's I kind of think that the things I'm sort of feeling about it may, and I'm not saying it is, may be contributing to why I've been suffering from burnout. But I'm not saying anything for sure. I don't know, but I want to find out.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
By the way, the answer's 1. I checked the document, the answer's 1. good step. Knowing what the cause of certain things is important. Yeah, exactly. Like, and the thing is,
30% of pressure.
the service I'm looking at, you basically have to pay a certain amount for the assessment, but then if it finds that it's a negative, then you don't have to pay anything more. You only have to do this one payment, and that's it. You know, you're down by this much money, but at least you don't have to spend any more. However, if it is a positive assessment, then, you know, there are extra things to pay for and things, which, yeah, sucks. It costs quite a bit of money. But in the long run, if it's better for my health, I gotta do it, right? Work has caused me so much stress, starting to get panic attacks. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Nevelation. There's not really much I can sort of say in terms of advice other than make sure you look after yourself, you know, because I do not know the first thing about how to sort of deal with things like that, but as long as you try to look after yourself, that's the main thing. I know that's a very generic kind of advice sort of thing. It's the only thing I can really say, unfortunately. But I'm very sorry to hear that. And I hope I can only hope things go better for you. By the way, I am very happy that I managed to do all that and the Neptune skip while having a conversation with you guys. I just realized I did all of those things. And I was able to have a conversation. Okay, that's good. That's better. Yeah, I mean, it's never really over though, is it? You start to take care of yourself and then other things happen. I already kind of mentioned in the previous stream about various things that are going on at the moment, and it's a little bit of a struggle, but we get by. B cutscene. Really? That was one of the longest B cutscenes I have ever seen. Well, that's not ideal, is it? Taking care of myself would be to quit my job. I mean, that's one way of looking at it, yeah. But then obviously there's the whole financial things, you know. Best knowledge, Yoshi Bean. Yeah, thank you, Pancat. Thank you. I hope so too. Alright, can I get a better Plant 42, please? Can I get a better Plant 42? Very good. Very good. Very, very good. That was a much, much better Plant 42 than my any percent attempt. I've saved enough money to be okay for about a year. I mean, okay. Well, whatever you decide to do, and I'm not gonna, say anything more than what I said, because ultimately it's up to you what you want to do. But yeah, just take care of yourself, I guess. I'm sure you'll have the support of your friends, family, whoever, you have close to you. like, if I, you know, in an ideal world, I wouldn't have my full-time job and I'd be streaming more and that would be it, right? But that's just ideal world speak, unfortunately. They're demanding you quit. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess that's just something for you to think about, isn't it? Yeah, I'll pick. I'll pick the health up. Right, so it's at this point in the run where things change. Both any percent and best ending are the same up until this point. Yeah. That was good. One of these days we'll get streaming another try, but that's totally fair. That's totally fair, Pancat. Go at your own pace. Once again, use only tank controls here. Don't try and use alternate controls in this room. You will probably die. And I'm not saying that because I'm like mean or anything. It's because I've done that plenty of times in my learnings of this, and it's another good. All right, I need to make sure to not forget that I'm doing best ending in this. Gotta make sure. Hey, good, good. Zombie, come on. All right, just carry on then. Carry on then, I guess. What am I doing? Oh, that was interesting. that could have gone horribly wrong, but it didn't. So you know what? We take those. We definitely take those. Am I right? Great yawn too. Great yawn too. Right, make sure to get both gems in the next room, okay? Make sure to get both gems. Not one, both. Good. I'm gonna have to get rid of the heal, I think. Down here this time. Da, da, da. Modisc. It's not a classic Resident Evil game without a modisc. Okay, so the only real big mistake I had in this particular run was forgetting to go towards the square crank. That was the only major mistake I did. And that cost me... I'd like to say 30 seconds, maybe 40. All right. I'm going to have to ask chat for a tiny, tiny favor. Very, very tiny favor. When I get back to the mansion for a third time, so when I get to this part, remind me to take the stone and metal object back. Like, take the item back, basically. Because I forgot last time. So if you see me come towards the mansion again, I don't mind a chat message to that effect. Good. Wow, that was a run without getting bit by the small snakes once, I believe. Which is insane. Chill, please. Dog? I was gonna say, dog. Do you wanna get out the way? Right, cave area. What the dog doing? Exactly. Exactly. What was the dog doing? That hunter will always, like, scream like an idiot and not do anything. As long as you move past it and don't get blocked by it, then you're good. Whoop. Alright, I'm gonna bank the thing and get heals. Alright, puzzle, do your thing. That was a great puzzle. Great puzzle. Ah, not great menuing there. Yeah, so an ad break will come up. What was that noise? It's a reminder that ads are coming up. Unfortunately, there's not much point in me suspending them, so if you want to avoid the ads, ad blocker, Twitch Turbo, subscribe to the channel are your options. It'll be 3 minutes. Come on, get up, get up, get up, get up. All right. It's gonna be doing this boring puzzle anyway, so. Two, 3, 4. Yeah. This camera angle though. That was mostly good. All right, Black Tiger, please. Ooh, oh, I saw what you were doing there. I saw what you were doing there. Don't take me for a fool. And that's the last time you have to use the item box. Good. Right, I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit, but I'm gonna try and go back the other way without going, like, out of my way. I want to see if I can do a time save. Well, yeah. That's why the health's there. Barry! I thought I got away with that, but no, apparently not. Should have just carried on. Man, why did I forget about the square crank? Why did I forget about the square crank? Why? Always wait a tiny bit after that. Because if you go too fast, you'll still get hit by the back end of that Lisa attack, and it will still damage you. Yes, it's bullet. Yes, it's BS. But Lisa's attack frames are long. Back through the forest. Back to the forest. Keep holding up. Keep holding up. Don't forget about this. All right. I didn't forget this time. Okay, well this is fine. Because he's supposed to do this anyway. Right, Lisa time. Lisa, be nice. Barry, be nice. Please. Pretty, please. Jump. Jump over, please. I'm just gonna have to do this way. Good. That could have been a bit faster, but it's fine. I didn't get hit. Barry still lives. It's all good. We're good. Why didn't that work? Disc 2. Not the best typing. Not the best typing, but got the job done. I'm just extremely nervous because I had to waste a grenade shot earlier. It means I have to keep one particular creature alive for the long walk. And I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But hey, you know, c'est la vie, right? C'est la vie. It's that creature I ideally want to kill with a grenade round. But I need to save. I need to save all the grenade rounds I can get. Let's hit this one with a... Okay, here we go. The run can very easily die here, by the way. I just hope it doesn't. Okay. Moment of the truth. Oh. So, just so that people are aware, obviously if you run too far, you explode. If you get attacked, there's a chance you explode. If you make an attack, there's a chance you'll explode. So, I was hit there, and I could have exploded, the run would have died. But, here we are still. Here we are still. Right. This, I have absolutely no idea whether we're on PB pace or not. Okay, good. That was a good tyrant fight. I picked up the pistol there, just in case I miss a grenade shot. Okay, that's the requirements for best ending done. I just have to grab Chris. Oh yeah, need to do this. Sorry if I'm a little bit quiet here. Even though I don't know I'm on a PB pace, I'm going to treat it like I am. Wish me luck, everyone. Wish me luck. Missed the shot. Good. I'm gonna get hit. Woo! I have this.
Jill, you did a fine job.
1 hour, 2 flat. Now, hang on. Let me check the leaderboards. Just to see if this actually PB'd. My fellow chatters, I can tell you that this is a new PB by over a minute. My previous time, according to the leaderboards, is 1 hour, 0 minutes, and 8 seconds. This is 59 minutes and 7 seconds. Woo! Yes! And you know what? There's a time save of about 30 seconds or so from me screwing up the square crank. So there's already an immediate time save I can have next time.